It was part of the debt debate that was front and center for presidential politics. The number of Americans paying income taxes, the hot topic on the campaign trail today. A video of Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney at a private fundraising event in May was posted online by the liberal magazine Mother Jones. In his comments, Romney described supporters of President Obama as, quote, dependent upon the government.
There are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them. And they will vote for this president no matter what.
Now, late last night, Governor Romney said his comments were about the political process of attracting voters this fall.
Of course, individuals are going to take responsibility for their life, and my campaign is about helping people take more responsibility and becoming employed again, particularly those that don't have work. This whole campaign is focused on getting people jobs again, putting people back to work.
Well, the number that Governor Romney used in his fundraising, clear focus today, 47%. It came from this man's group. Donald Marron is with us. He's the director of the Tax Policy Center, and he is responsible for that group. And originally a 46% number, Don, that you found of Americans that paid no federal income tax in the year 2011. Perhaps the governor was rounding up to 47%. How come these Americans didn't pay income tax on the federal level?
Yeah, so for a couple of reasons. The first is, if you think about how just the basic income tax is designed, people do not pay any income tax at all until their income reaches a certain level. So basically, if you have low income, you're not going to pay federal income tax. The second reason is that policymakers over time of both parties have put in place a variety of preferences and benefits for certain groups. The two most prominent are senior citizens. They, for example, the vast majority of Social Security benefits are not taxed, even though they are a form of income. And in addition, there are various programs, the Child Tax Credit and the Earned Income Tax Credit, that are meant to help low-income working families with children. And if you combine those three things together, folks having low income, the benefits for seniors, and the benefits for families with children, that accounts for about 90% of the folks who pay no federal income tax.
So part of it is progressive tax policy, part of it is the tax code. How does this 46 or 47% compare to the historic number of Americans that don't pay federal income tax?
So it's higher today than it has been in the past, and it's higher today than we expect it to be in the future. And there are two reasons for that. The main reason is that we've gone through a dramatic economic downturn. We're still recovering slowly from that. And people's incomes are lower, right? People have lost jobs, they've lost hours, they have to accept lower wages. And as a result, more people are down at the income levels where they have no income tax at all, or they have no income tax after they take account of the various benefits. The other reason is that the policymakers over time have expanded some of these benefits, thereby expanding the number of folks who pay no income tax.
I want to take a look at the mix of gross tax receipts that come into the IRS. Individual income taxes still account for over half of what the revenue comes into the federal government, 56% of taxes collected last year. Then it's followed by employment taxes, corporate taxes, and then excise taxes. Is it fair to say that essentially half of tax-paying Americans support the other 46%?
You know, that's not the way I would put it. This number is all about federal income tax payments. Many of those people, about 2/3, pay something in payroll taxes. They are out there working. They're paying into the Social Security Trust Fund. They're
and
paying
Medicare
into the
Trust
Medicare Fund. And then obviously, you know, we shouldn't forget state and local government. These folks go out and consume things and pay sales taxes. Some of them own homes and pay property taxes. And so, you know, in our nation, there are many ways to pay taxes other than the federal income tax.
Sure. Of course, not all that goes to the IRS, though. Obviously, property taxes and whatnot go to another agency. Don, we've got to leave it there. A great debate will continue here. Don Marron along with us from the Tax Policy Center.